Okay, so today we are going to talk about the upcoming launch, Lentor Mansions, and this will be the first project that is actually built based on the latest harmonization computation. Today we have Jeremy, Desrini, and Thomas Tong. So maybe you all can just share with us, explain harmonization in 2 sentences. Can you?
Okay, so harmonization to me is buying what you're paying for. You are going to buy what you're going to live in. Another thing is that you will not buy unusable space. So that one is for my understanding.
Okay, that's me.
For me, I think harmonization is more of like actually using that space that you're paying for in a sense. Quite similar to what Jeremy is saying, but in a sense of it, from a developer point of view, I would say maybe they will build the space a bit more usable. The aircon latch may be a little smaller, but of course we haven't seen a floor plan, so we don't know. But that's what we also hope for in that sense.
How about Thomas?
So harmonization is basically all the government agencies coming together to define GFA. To standardize and define GFA the same way.
Yeah. So guys, in fact, this is not the first time government is actually changing the GFA rulings. Did you know?
No.
You know because I tell you.
Yes.
Right? You all won't know because it happened in 2008. Right?
Oh.
If some of you, if you own, so for consumers, you need to know, right? That's why you need to be excited about this.
Yeah.
Why? Because after this change in 2008, they are accepted from some charges on building planter box and bay windows. So you will see very, very big bay windows, and you see that a lot of the balconies, right, are actually wooden decking out.
Yeah.
You don't know why?
Planter.
Because planter actually below is hollow one.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, the weight loading, you are not very sure whether it's safe
yeah.
or not safe. Now you see what's the funniest thing you see people use for their bay windows.
Oh, we just saw.
Yeah,
The lady
we
put up.
They put pull-up there. So I see it used to be a trend. They raise the bay windows by a bit,
Oh yeah, I've seen.
and then they add drawers there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one creative way. Then I've also seen people make it an extension of the bed.
Oh yeah, that one quite popular.
What's the highest bay window you've seen?
I've seen with their additional of the bed, it can go to almost my chest level.
Yeah, chest level, no?
Yeah, because they're so creative. They make the storage bed below the.
Yeah.
They make a storage bed.
Yeah.
So the more they raise, the more they can actually create storage over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I think that this is something. After that, you see a change in the landscape of the building structures, or rather the layouts of the condos. And in fact, the PSF looks a bit higher,
Yes.
minus off the planter box and the bay windows.
Yeah.
However, the space efficiency is still there. Okay, so have you seen this before? Have you guys seen this before?
Of
Now,
course.
Yes.
Huh?
I'm looking at it now.
Oh, now
Yeah.
So what do you think about this?
What do I think?
Will you do this?
I do not. I will not.
Do you think it's safe to do this?
It should be technically safe. I think.
You sure?
I think.
But I thought it's built to put the aircon only.
Yeah, maybe the load is only enough for the compressor.
You all know there are some condos that are built
Yes.
with the airspace,
Yeah.
right? Have you ever got your clients to buy anything like that before? No shade, no shade. If you have.
I'm selling one right now at Echelon.
Okay.
6.1 meters ceiling height.
Yep.
And that void space is on the title deed itself,
Mm-hmm.
making the square footage of the property look way bigger than in next 3 years.
Yep. So the PSF will also look
Cheaper.
way cheaper. Is it easy to sell?
If you have a mezzanine, yes. If you don't have, it's very hard for people to visualize what they can do with that space.
But the buyers are always in, they will ask whether can build.
Yeah.
So the answer is what? Can build or cannot build? Not
Subject.
scripted,
Subject to approval.
Never mind, means don't know. Never mind. So can build or cannot build?
Can build as long as it's within the regulations.
How many percent?
I
5
forgot
square
already. I think
meter.
5 square meters if I'm correct, but I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
sure.
5 square
I think it's
meters.
5.
Yeah, can only build
Yeah.
5 square
But 可以 build lah, 可以 build.
meters.
Yeah.
So for
bigger.
consumers, if you are watching this, or if the agent tell you can build based on regulation, can build, you go and submit. The answer is surely will not be approved. It's only for 5 square meters.
Yes.
And if you are going to any house and you see that it's built sweet already, right?
Yeah.
Don't buy
Yeah.
because you'll be taking over from whatever the owner has already
Correct.
done, and to tear down the structure and all these things, right? It's gonna cost you a bomb, lah.
Yeah.
Right? So that is one thing for educational purpose and also for agents awareness as well. You all see for yourself, have you ever seen a condo, right? The
Yeah.
planter slat and plus balcony is bigger than the living and dining.
Wow.
Can you see?
Yes.
Yes.
This is outrageous, man.
So you
no.
see, all these things are happening for the betterment for everybody. So
Yeah.
there isn't any not sure and all these things. Consumers are also talking about the drop in the land cost,
Yeah.
right? What's your take on that?
I think on the outside, consumers normally just see, hey, what's the PSF compare across, right? But we also, once taking this into consideration, they might also need to top up an X percentage to it. I think to be fair, it's about 10 to 15%. That's based on my own opinion. That is a bit like, let's say now it's for Lentor Mansion, for instance, it's 985 per square foot. You have to really compare it, you have to top it up with like maybe a 10% cost on top of that.
I think it's a knee-jerk reaction. Everything is cyclical. It will go up and come down. There will definitely be like this kind of volatile things happening, especially right now interest rates are high, transaction volume is low. So in order to encourage developers to bid, then not many developers are willing to pay that high of a price anymore. But the only time we can see whether or not it really kicked into effect is, are the developers going to literally sell like 10-20% cheaper than the neighboring condos because they bought for 10-20% cheaper, right? Yeah. So if the developers are not going to do that, then everything is still pretty much status quo.
Because due to the harmonization, a lot of people are unsure
Yeah.
how to make sense out of it and how to make, more importantly, how to make profit out of it, right?
Yes.
But having said that, I think our developer, Guacoland, is extremely experienced in terms of leading the transformation of a new township. Like for example, if you see like for consumers you don't know, Midtown Bay, Midtown Modern, even our in CBD, what's that?
Guaco
Tower.
Yeah, Guaco Tower.
Yeah, Guaco Tower. What's
Dyson.
what's the-
Wally.
Warwick Residences.
Walling, yeah.
Right. The developer is very experienced in terms of township planning,
Yeah.
and they know exactly what to do in order to build something that is in accordance to the new regulations as well.
Yes.
And Guacoland, this is not the only development that we are doing over
Yeah.
here. In fact, apart from what the condo that is launching right now, the rest of the condos,
Yeah.
there
Very
are developments, they are all, Guacoland has a stick over there.
Yeah.
So if you look at the hoarding, it says that on the developers who are leading the Lentor transformation,
Yes.
which is absolutely true lah. So having said that, they are going to this development is going to be very exciting.
Yes.
CEO of Guacoland is actually used to be working leading the
Yeah.
URA and also M&D as well. So that's the reason why I feel that if people like that is making decisions
Yeah.
to go in and then spearhead this entire
Yeah.
thing, right? I'm very sure they are in for some pleasant surprise.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So today you all learn something, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you maybe how would you be looking forward to the Lentor Mansion, the launch? Will you personally be going down to check it out?
Yeah, definitely lah. I think for this launch, it's very exciting because you can actually go into a developer's mind to see how they are going to reconfigure this AC ledge thing in the long run, or maybe even in the short term for now, especially since it's coming up so soon.
Yeah. For myself also, I will look forward to a Lentor Mansion because of the GFA, right? Then in a way it will benefit consumers because they are really buying into what they are paying for. So, and there won't be any unusable space. Yeah, thinking about that.
I think there's a big learning curve to even make content, to see what's the before and after. Then you can kind of know the previous projects, the resale ones and the previous ones, how the developers actually make profits with all these aircon ledges and void spaces. Yeah, so this one is going to be 100% you're paying for what your foot can step on, and I just think it's very exciting to see.
Yeah. So some of us we say that today you buy a house, they give you free aircon ledge.
Yes.
Right, so I think this will lead the transformation and the change, the revolution of only paying for what you are standing on instead of like for the aircon ledge and all these things. And I would be very excited to see how consumers will be pleased with these changes as well, because you don't need to really go and compare PSF and look at the edge, the aircon ledge, because that is actually quite a grey area that people don't talk about, even for agents. Last thing, so if today, since we are on this video, we are talking about how to promoting Lentor Mansion. So in one sentence, can you tell us why everyone should come down to Lentor Mansion?
Okay, everybody should come down to Lentor Mansion because it's going to be the first time. Whatever it is you're seeing, you guarantee that space, that square footage. So even if it looks high on the PSF, it's pretty much the same. Yeah.
I think one sentence for me would be like, you're going to see how developers really build what you're going to step on. Pretty much, something like that.
Then for myself, one sentence why you should come down to Lentor Mansion will be because it's developed by a renowned developer. Then the CEO is actually someone that is from URA, and he has a lot of interest in Lentor lah, then you should know why. Yeah, that's why you should come down.
Yeah. So if you ask me, I think that everybody should be here. If you are a consumer, you need to be here as well, because this is something that is from the people who's spearheading the Lentor transformation. Yeah. You can tap into the minds, like what Thomas said. You can tap into the brains of the developers, of smart people, how they are going to navigate through this, and how this will form the new norm for the entire Singapore real estate landscape. Yeah. And if you are someone who is interested in property investment, you should not miss this. This development comes with 533 units of 2 to 4 bedroom, offers unblocked landed views like what Lentor Modern has offered, near Lentor MRT station, and importantly is within 1 km to reputable schools as well. So speak to any one of our project ICs and we'll see you at Lentor Mansions. Bye!